Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some NBA with the thousands of True School Sports and subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, the Chicago Bulls, an interesting team this year for sure. Made a lot of acquisitions. Dwyane Wade, Rajon Rondo. We know what they did this year. Showing, it's early in the year. The year hasn't even started yet, but good things coming out of Chicago. We heard Dwyane Wade recently call Rajon Rondo the best point guard he's ever played with. Now, keep in mind that's not really. It says a little bit because Dragic is pretty good, but everybody knows Rajon Rondo is better than Goran Dragic. But outside of Goran Dragic, Dwyane Wade never really had a good like prime all-star point guard. He played with Mario Chalmers, Norris Cole, guys that Gary Payton past his prime, Jason Williams past his prime. Good players, but not prime level all-stars. The only guy that really compares to Rajon Rondo on any level is Goran Dragic. But still, good for him to say that. Good to, I guess, build some confidence. Good rapport with his guy. But Dwyane Wade's in an interesting scenario this year. The Bulls are in an interesting scenario this year as far as just their starting lineup. Because you look at, and this is a big issue that a lot of people are having in the NBA, because you look at Rajon Rondo. He's not really a scorer on any level, let alone a three-point shooter. Jimmy Butler is a solid three-point shooter. Dwyane Wade is never proven to be a solid three-point shooter. They're gonna have. I'm not sure they're gonna start by Portis, but he's proven himself to not be able to knock down some three-pointers. Doug McDermott can knock down some three-pointers. Their starting lineup, just from the looks of it, on the surface, doesn't look like it's gonna have a lot of floor spacing, which is very important in the NBA. And some people are using that as a huge reason as to why the Bulls might not even win 41 games. I've seen it. People think that the Bulls can win 38 games because of that issue. I am of this mindset of that the Bulls just have too much talent and they'll figure it out. All right, they'll figure it out and they'll win upwards of 43 or 47 games, somewhere around that range. But what I wanted to say was this, because I also saw reports saying that Fred Hoiberg himself is encouraging Dwyane Wade, who's not a three-point shooter, to take more three-pointers this year, and that's not something that Dwyane Wade's ever really done in his career. Outside of his prime years, when he was the guy in the Heat, and they had nothing but literally lower level fringe D League guys on the team. He had to do whatever he could for those Heat teams to win. So that's the only time in his career he was really averaging, more than 2 3-point attempts per game. Ever since, as the Big Three era came along, you saw the three-pointers decrease dramatically for Dwyane Wade. So if this is going to work the way it should, I think Dwyane Wade doesn't have to abandon who he is. I don't think he has to change his game, but I do think he should embrace taking the three ball, even if it's not going in, because at least you plant that seed. You have to have defense come out and respect that shot. If you hit one, they're gonna have to respect it eventually. And he's like look at Dwyane Wade's shot. He's not an ugly shot at all. He can make a three. I feel. Look, I've always been of the mindset if Dwyane Wade took more 3-pointers, he'd make them. That's been my mindset. But he just hasn't done that because he hasn't had to. He's so good at getting to the rim. Why bail the defense out? But floor spacing to me is a big question I have. I think the Bulls are going to figure it out. But yeah, Dwyane Wade came out. He said Rondo is the best point guard he's ever played with, and so far the reports have been nothing but positive. As they are at this time of year. But still, it's good to hear because Rondo is an alpha male. Dwyane Wade's an alpha male. Jimmy Butler's an alpha male. So we live in a 24-hour news cycle. Things could happen. And if there was something bad to talk about, it would have been out already. But I think for the Bulls, it's because everybody like Rondo, Wade, Butler, all three of these guys are alpha males. Rondo and Wade have both said that this is Jimmy Butler's team, as they should. He's the younger guy, but that's going to be something that I'm going to be looking at during the whole year is how those egos mesh together. Can they stick to that? Can they stick to saying, okay, Jimmy, this is your team? Or at some point, does Dwyane Wade's ego say, no, this is my team, and Rondo says, no, this is my team? That's one thing I have a bit of a question mark about. But besides from that, I think they're going to figure it out. I think they'll be just fine, and they'll make the playoffs with relative ease, honestly. To be honest, yeah. So Yeah, just want to get that out there. Dwyane Wade said that Rajon Rondo is the best point guard he's ever played with, which is, I think it's encouraging to hear, because Rondo, he's coming off of a year where he was, at the top of the league, near the top of the league in assists, right up there with some of your favorite point guards, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, those guys. He was right up there with them, averaging 11 assists or whatever it was. And I think he's going to be a guy that fits the Hoiberg system. The Hoiberg has said he wants to run. They have a more athletic team now, I would say, with the addition of Dwyane Wade, Jimmy Butler moving to small forward, potentially starting Bobby Portis. All around, they're just a more athletic team. Team speed is higher, and they're going to be able to play a little bit more looser, play a little bit more freer, and I think they're going to play a more fun brand of basketball. So I think if you're a Bulls fan, you should be at least excited. If you don't think the Bulls are going to be good, if you're one of those Bulls fans that don't think they're going to be good, at least be excited, because you're going to see more up-tempo basketball, and that's always more fun. So let me know what you guys think. Dwyane Wade says that Rajon Rondo is the best point guard he's ever played with. Freddie Hoiberg also says that he wants Dwyane Wade. He's encouraging Dwyane Wade to want to shoot more three-pointers. So do you think that with all these moving pieces, do you think this will all work out and the Bulls will, as a revamped team now, with this being the Jimmy Butler era now, do you think they prove themselves to be one of the better teams in the East and make the playoffs with relative ease, or does this whole experiment just fold because of the egos and whatnot, and the Bulls just blow, they just like pretty much play like trash the whole year? Do you think that's gonna happen, or do you think the Bulls succeed? Let me know in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dayton. So until next time, take care, guys.